what are some of the red flags? Like, let's
Okay.
say I ask you, I reach out to you, you're an SDR at a company, and I said, hey Brian, what are some of the things that are challenging for you about being an SDR at company name? What are some things if I hear I should walk away?
Um, leadership turnover, like lots of leadership turnover, right?
Hmm.
Every
Why is that
leader
a bad
has a
thing? Why is that a bad thing?
yeah. I think because every leader, like just the same way, like Sam, you ask what's your reason why. Like as an
Hmm.
SDR, you're asking them tying it back to like when they have a bad day. Leaders have the same thing, right? When they become a leader, they have a motive, a reason why,
Hmm.
right? Some for some people, like Sam and I, it's like to invest in people, right? People first, always, right? That doesn't make us better than anybody else. But that's just our natural ability and gifts. Some people, it's like I literally want to make this company rich. It's not a bad thing, right? But the way they're going to lead their team is different. So I think consistent leadership turnover isn't great because when you're going through an interview process, you don't know what questions to ask to figure out if it's a great environment for you, right? Second thing, obviously, is the easy one. If nobody's hitting quota, no way, because the interview process is still broken. And the next job you go to, they're probably going to ask you, "Hey, did you hit your, what percentage quota did you attain last year?" Um, and if you say I didn't, well, it's not going to look as good. So that's probably the second red flag. The biggest one, it's been shown, it's been demonstrated, it's been proven that diverse companies, right, and I mean people, uh, perform the best. And if everybody looks like whatever, like everybody looks the same, right? Everybody's a paper stick figure in the company, then that's probably not the best company to go to. I think, in my opinion, that's a red flag.
Brian, I got a question for you though, because I want to drill on this. Let's say I
Sure.
am working for a copycat company, or I'm looking at a company. It's all copycat clones, right? Let's say I work within that company, and I recognize that. I say, "Oh my God, everyone looks alike, everyone thinks alike. We all do the same
Yeah.
things,"
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
try to improve that. But I can't fire everyone because that's inappropriate. So the next thing I do is I go reach out to candidates who look and behave differently than my current talent pool. How do I combat that knowing that for a candidate that's a red flag for them, but I want to change that internally? Like, what advice would you have for that sales leader then who says, shit, this is a problem. We've hired referrals for the past 2 years and we have everyone from the same university and they're all really good at their job, but it is a problem because we don't have a diversity of people and thoughts. So how do I change that, recognizing that this is no longer an attractive org to people from this diverse background we're advocating for?
Sam, you're gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, that's my job.
Um, Let me ask you a question, Sam. If you're a sales leader, right,
Mm-hmm.
you tie your revenue numbers to the most important things that matter for the company, right?
Yep.
So if you truly want to see that impact or that change, the way your company looks need to be tied to the revenue number.
Yep.
So
Every
that's the only way.
Are you saying, Brian, and I agree with this, by the way, so I'll say it if you won't say it, the C suite should be directly comped on the diversity, equity, inclusion of their company?
100%. Like until people start putting their money where their mouth is, to where it hurts. Like let's just be real. Like salespeople, right? The worst thing is for you to lie to me about the OTE or lie to me about the way I'm comped, right? And so it hurts when it hits our pockets, right? That's how we feed our families. That's how we take care of ourselves. And so until we really start seeing it being woven into the revenue numbers, the metrics, the things that help the company grow, like that's the first way. Like that's the only way I think, in my opinion.